Welcome to Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
And good evening once again, everybody, from Ohio University here in Athens. Tonight, tournament competition continues. Another regional semifinal just had Plankton and Wheelersburg. And up next here, we've got Wellston and Tuscarawas Valley. A meeting between the Interstate Conference and the TVC Ohio. This is Hayden Milliken. No Nathan Childers this time, but now it's just down to me and you, T. Fred, doing this one. And what do you got on Tuscarawas Valley and Wellston?
All righty, Tusky Valley 24-2, 11-1 in Inter-Valley Conference. They were the champions. They lost to Strasburg, Franklin, and Sandy Valley. At one time this season, they had won 18 straight ball games. I'm looking here, pitching-wise, Brennan Reichman. She has a 1.04 ERA. She is 19-2 on the year. 134 innings pitched, and this is the big number, 282 strikeouts. That is unreal.
Now, you're talking a little bit about this. I'm sure you've got this written down, but now you look over at Hannah Potts for Wellston, their pitcher, and she has pitched 2 no-hitters this season.
Yep. Tusky Valley, they are the Trojans. They're from Tuscarawas County. For Wellston, they come in 20-3, 10-2 in the TVC. They did win it. They lost to Megs, Athens, and Notre Dame. Potts, you just mentioned, 13-2 on the year, 2 no-hitters, as you said, 196 Ks. So both these pitchers are very well groomed, and it should be a heck of a ball game.
I'm looking into this, and of course, Wellston out here talking to Tuscarawas Valley's coach, have the meeting, and they'll be in just a few minutes. Thank you for those coming in here on the live stream. And one thing, T. Fred, and I don't know how much you've followed in comparison to myself, obviously, but you take a look at Wellston, and for them to win the TVC Ohio in almost anything is sometimes an uphill battle for them, because in comparison to some of the teams they take on in the TVC, Wellston sometimes near the lower part of the totem pole, but when you take spring sports and just spring sports into consideration, you know this firsthand, having played against them on the baseball side of things. You know, I mean, Wellston, their biggest strengths are normally the spring sports. Yep. Baseball, softball, that's where they won the most TVC titles, I would assume, and then on top of that, back in the SEOAL days before that with Wellston. And that's where they won a majority of just about any and everything they've had. The winningest coach in Wellston, for example, Pat Hendershot, baseball coach. So you take a look at all that. Wellston, and this is just a very strong spring sports team right here. Always is for Wellston. And this is, I believe, the first time since, I'd like to say 2014, I could be wrong on that Wellston has made it to this part of the tournament. They have had a long road to it, but they've made it here, the Wellston Lady Rockets, and glad I could be here personally. Been a little while since I've done anything for the Wellston Golden Rockets. Last time I did a Wellston game was basketball a few years ago, and they lost to Nelsonville, York over there. So been some time for me. You take a look here at the rotations and the order here for Wellston. It's going to be
starting lineups.
Yes, sir. Starting off is going to be Childers, Carr, Potts, Pittenger, Landrum, Reinhardt, Stevens, Fain, Hutchinson, and Lambert. Hutchinson designated player, Lambert in the flex position. And as for Tuscarawas Valley, hope I get these pronunciations correct. We got Wallach, Rotuno, Reichman, Wade, Erickson, she's designated player, Stoltz, Burrell, Wright, Beatty, and Garbrandt. So lineups for Tuscarawas Valley and for Wellston. And in comparison to Wellston, who's just a hop, jump, and skip from here, figuratively speaking, Tuscarawas Valley, Freddie, had quite the drive down here, about a 3-hour trip.
Yeah, they're from the northeast and Tuscarawas County. It's way up there. But should be a good ball game winner. Don't forget, got the Pirates on Friday.
Sir. And they'll be taking on Wheelersburg, which we've seen them and we know how tough they are. So whoever wins this is going to have a tall task ahead of them. That's for sure, no matter which side wins this tonight. Wow. So we're going to have this one in just a few minutes between the Rockets and the Trojans of Tuscarawas Valley. Going on next to us here shortly, T. Fred. Talking about some area games next door to us on the baseball side, Bob Brent Stadium. Another Jackson County-based team as the Jackson Ironmen take on the Circleville Tigers, who upset the Athens Bulldogs big time. And Dan Morrow. I got a couple other people over there going to try to give me some score updates for that one to provide all of you. But we're also live streaming that one on Total Media Sports. So what we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves our first break, and we'll be back here in just a minute with the start of this one between the Rockets and the Trojans. Don't go anywhere.
Monroe's Frame and Collision. Our work says it all. For the best in repair. See the people who care. We make it easy to do, 'cause we care about you. Go with Monroe, we'll get you on the road. We make it oh so easy. Monroe's Frame and Collision. Our work says it all.
One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools. Athletic events, concerts, and plays. You can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement that we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. Ohio Valley Bank. Community first. Member FDIC.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Back here in Athens, as getting ready to introduce the starters for Wellston and Tuscarawas Valley, the lineups. Tuscarawas Valley, Tuskegee Valley, T-Fred, the home team. So that means Wellston will be batting first this evening, followed by the Trojans. So Wellston will be leading this off. They're introducing the umpires and everybody out here for the officiating crew. Shout out to a couple of our sponsors. Heard some of their commercials a moment ago. One of them being Monroe's Collision in Jackson. Got into a fender bender back in basketball season, and Monroe's Frame and Collision picks up me and my family's vehicle, our SUV, and got it back on the road looking better than ever. So shout out to those guys out in Jackson and for all of our sponsors. This is, of course, Pregame Show brought to you in part by Stockroom 601, located on 601 East Main Street in Jackson, adjacent to Manpower Park. Right in there with the Parks Edge Event Center, Freddie, which you and I have been into quite a few times for the Cincinnati Reds caravans, and been there for many events myself. Great food. I don't know if you stopped off in the restaurant portion, but great food over there if you ever get a chance to check it out. As they are introducing, again, both Wellston and Tuscarawas Valley. Right now, introducing Wellston and introducing Hannah Potts. We talked about her, the 2 perfect games pitched for her this season, and been excited all day to be able to watch this young woman perform for the first time. Have never had the opportunity in person to see Hannah Potts pitch. Tonight, get the opportunity to do that. Again, this is, as we mentioned a little earlier, the nightcap. Had a game before us here between Piketon and Wheelersburg. That's where we were starting at, and Berg again, that's just tough opposition. You're looking at college commits. You're looking at just some tough hitting, good defense. Again, anyone's going to have a tall task to stop Wheelersburg, and they have potential if they can get past the winner of these two. Berg has some very strong potential to make it the distance.
Yep. Well, they're good. They're good for a reason. Well coached, great athletes, and they've done a great job with them down there, and kudos to them.
One of the assistants for Wellston, T-Fred, is Morgan Stevens, who used to be Wellston's head baseball coach, and he's moved over to the softball side to be an assistant under Jim Hall, the coach for Wellston.
Yes, I know Morgan. Tuskegee Valley Trojans in their red and black, Wellston in their traditional navy blue and gold or yellow.
You think of Wellston, those are the 2 colors you immediately think of down there, the blue and gold, the Golden Rockets. Also a unique mascot name if you think about it compared to other teams around here, Golden Rockets. You don't hear a team name like that very often. Introducing Tuscarawas Valley right now. Just up here, got a good view up in this press booth we're in here this evening. Had a good view of the game before us, and right here another good view just here in the top corner. Look down, bird's eye view of this contest. Also see Todd Compston down there from the Telegram for Total Media, taking pictures, and probably have an article for the Telegram after this. As I tell people, Freddie, it wouldn't be a Wellston game without Todd Gumpston.
Yeah, well, it's good stuff.
The catcher, number 26, Holly Burrell.
Burrell now.
Yeah.
Getting near the end of the lineup for Tuscarawas Valley. After this, we'll have just a couple minutes, and then we'll start this one this evening. I will say, Freddie, for the most part, knock on wood, I mean, the weather has held pretty well since the Piketon-Berg game.
Very good weather. It's a little windier, breezier right now, but the field's dried out immensely since the first game. Of course, they fixed it up a little bit in between games, and they'll be ready to rock and roll.
And here we go. Wellston and Tuscarawas Valley coming your way. Some local high school softball, so thank you all for coming in here on the Total Media Sports live stream for this one.
Apparently no national anthem for game 2.
No, doesn't look like it. The game before us, of course, the one we were calling before this between Piketon and Berg had the anthem, but it looks like they are going to furlough that for this one, and instead we are just going to move on straight to the game as Tuscarawas Valley comes out here. They're taking the field to get ready. They take infield and outfield, and looking here for Tuscarawas Valley, Reichman is their pitcher, Borrell the catcher, Garbrandt at first base, Wade at second, Bertano at shortstop, Wallach at third base, and the outfield, right and left field, Beatty in center field, and Stoltz in right field. For Wellston, Potts, of course, will be pitching, Childers catching, Reinhardt at first, Hutchinson at second, Stevens at shortstop, that is Morgan Stevens' daughter, and Pittenger at third base, Landrum at left field, Fain at center, and Carr at right field. So you got the look there for the defensive lineups for both Piketon and Tuscarawas Valley. And so here again, Reichman getting these last few warm-up pitches with the Rockets getting ready to come up to the deck. And Freddie, you got the lineup, so real quick, give us a rundown. Who's starting for Wellston? The first 3 batters.
First 3, Childers, Carr, and Potts, and I'm watching the pitcher there, Reichman. She has a power. I mean, she's got stuff. I mean, she's got some speed on that ball. She's faster than the first 2 that we saw earlier, and she can bring it. She's going to bring the heat, number 39, and we'll see how the Golden Rockets adjust to that speed.
So only just a couple minutes away from this one, and getting ready to lead this one off. Finally made it. Game 2.
Childers batting .455 on the year. Let's see what else I got on her. 25 hits, 3 home runs, and 12 RBIs.
So as Childers comes in, leading this one off for the Golden Rockets, top half of the first inning, and she steps in, starting this one here at OU. Again, we'll try and have score updates for the Jackson game adjacent to us as well. And the pitch by Reichman is going to go way over the catcher's head. Borrell cannot reel that one in. High and away, ball 1.
Yeah, like we said in the first game, probably a little bit of jitters there to get started.
I mean, we are at the regional semifinals.
Sweet 16.
So 1 ball, no strikes to Miss Childers, and that one is going to be ball 2, looks like. Maybe they're calling something over here. And
check
go for this check, and it is
yeah,
ball
just
2.
checked to see if she swung, Hank, and they said nope.
So it is going to be 2 balls, no strikes to Childers. Shout out to some people I know back in Wellston watching this one. This fouled off.
She was late on that one.
My mother, Wellston High School graduate, sent me a text message saying go Rockets. 2-1 foul ball there, moment ago from Childers. Again, she plays catcher for Wellston. It's fouled off. 2-1 the count. And here's the 2-1, and this is fouled off again. And, you know, it wouldn't be a Wellston game without Wellston water. Made sure brought ourselves plenty of ski here this evening.
Yeah.
Haven't had one of those in a while, have you?
It's been a long time, but it tastes good. Still good.
Can't go wrong with ski, whether you get it in glass, plastic bottle. And the 2-2 pitch coming from Reichman, and that one is going to be high. Count is full to Childers.
Looks like a little bit of a rise ball there. That one shot up a little bit.
So full count to Childers here at the plate. Again, top half of the first inning. No one away yet. Just starting this one out here at Athens. The pitch to Miss Childers.
Base hit.
Going to get through the third baseline, and Childers is going to be on first. She gets a single. Starting out hot with a base hit. Rockets on base.
Carr coming to the plate. Let's see what I got on her, big
Right
dog.
fielder.
Carr I'm looking. She's a freshman, batting .375, got 18 hits.
Number 11, Reese.
Reese Carr. A whole different girls lineup than what I'm used to before in Wellston. I mean, I know the names, but most of those girls I called before are long graduated. The pitch to Carr is going to be high and away, and Childers is going to get to second base off the pass ball, wild pitch.
Well, we know that those are key. Got to keep that ball in front. That was a tough pitch to handle. It was high and away.
So runner on second base for the Golden Rockets.
And the Wheelsburg team sitting to our right, checking out this game.
1-0, swung on and missed. Sticking around because, again, whoever wins this, that's who Berg's going to play on Friday night. And they'll be here at 5 o'clock at OU. Getting close to the state championship rounds. Winner, of course, of the regional championship after this moves on to state final 4. And this one is going to be ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Oh, they call that one strike. A late call there, but it is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yep. She tried to check her swing, but she swung.
Good eye there, Freddie. Carr steps back in. 1-2 count. Again, Childers on base. Nobody out for Wellston. And the pitch. And that's going to be ball 2, 2-2.
I don't know if you noticed there, Hank, but the runner on second, Childers, she's seeing where the catcher's setting up and maybe even stealing some signs because she just showed the batter the ball's going to be outside. You can watch her and see if she does anything.
And Reichman's 2-2, Tuscarawas. And this one's going to be swung on and missed. Carr is out and 1 down for the Rockets. Hannah Potts.
Let's see what I got on her.
The pitcher, of course, we talked about her pitching-wise, but what do we got hitting-wise?
She's a leading hitter on the team, batting .511, 24 hits, 2 home runs, and 20 RBI.
What does that tell you about Hannah Potts, though? The pitching stats, pitching perfect games, and then on top of that, being the leading hitter. Dual threat right here. As Childers getting her shoe tied at third base, calling timeout for that. Let's try to get her shoelace fixed over here. And there we go. She makes it over back to second. Of course, meeting over with the coach at third base, getting that shoelace fixed, and now she's good. And then back here to Potts. Again, 1 away. Pitch coming in a moment from Reichman. And 1 away for Wellston. Here's the pitch, and this one is going to be just in, and looks like it's going to be runners on the corners. Potts gets a close call.
That's a foul ball.
I'm going to say foul. Okay, are you sure about that? No, Potts really.
The umpire signaled foul.
Yeah. See that a moment ago, yes.
Well, she dove for it, and I don't think she touched it, Hank. I mean, I wish we had a replay. We could check it out. But
the next batter already came up for Wellston, thought it was her turn to bat, and then they send Potts back.
They're going to check. They're going to talk about it. And
Coach
he's probably
Hall
saying what I said. She never touched the ball.
Yes. So Coach Hall looking at it, and that is indeed foul ball situation. So that does bring Matty Potts back to the plate with an 0-1 count. And Childers still at second base. And the windup by Reichman, and this one is going to be fouled off.
Don't be flinching too much here, Hanky.
Sometimes when you see it come, sometimes even with the net there's just instinct. No balls, 2 strikes. Caught me flinching there, 0-2.
Oh, I've done it too, buddy.
Oh, I think we've all done it. If you haven't done it, you're lying.
Yep.
Yeah, 0-2, and Circleville and Jackson get ready to start over next to us. And I was talking with those guys over there, Dan Morrow and Pete Wilson, and man, they've got a nice press box to work out of there this evening. Great facility next to us at Bob Brett Stadium. Great one here, too. Good stuff here. And this one's going to be fouled off from Potts, and the count will hold at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Potts for the Golden Rockets. Lila Pittenger waiting on deck. 1 away. As Potts comes back in, the 0-2 coming from Reichman, and this one is going to be ball 1. High and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matty Potts. Good to see a lot of people I haven't seen here in a while. Talked to several people from Wellston who, I mean, though I live around there, I haven't talked to them in a while. The 1-2 pitch, and that is going to be ball 2, outside and low. Brings the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Potts comes back in, again 2-2 count with 1 away for the Rockets. kind of held here with Potts at bat. The pitch coming and check the swing, and I don't think they're giving it to her. No, ball 3. Count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. In full count to Matty Potts. And here's Reichman's pitch, and there's ball 4. So Matty Potts makes it the first base off walk. Childers on second. And now Lila Pittenger coming in with still only 1 down for the Rockets. Good start for Wellston here.
Yep.
Lila Pittenger.
Well, they got a chance to do some damage, Hank. They need to do it. Opportunity knocks. You got to answer.
Pittenger plays third for Wellston. And a pitch to Pittenger, and that one's going to be fouled off way over to the hill. That rolls down. Heard someone next to us call it Souvenir City. I like that one.
Well, I can see the scoreboard on the baseball field, so I can tell you what's going on with a quick look.
No balls, 1 strike to Pittenger. And the 0-1 coming, and that one it was going to be ball 1. Also out there, so 1-1 to count. Now they move it over to 0-2. Okay, they did call the strike there. So it is no balls, 2 strikes. Saw the signal, but I was just making sure. Seen Athletic Director Jeff Hendershot down there for Wellston. The 0-2 pitch coming, and that's another foul ball. Pitcher fouls this one off, an 0-2 count.
So far, Hank, the pitcher, Reichman, everything she's thrown pretty hard. No off-speed stuff.
The 0-2, and it's
Ball's
going to go
hit
towards
deep to left.
field, and that one's going to go to the fence. Here comes Childers rounding third and heading home, and another one. Here comes Potts, and 2 scored for the Rockets. 2-0.
Big time hit right there.
2-0 for the blue and gold.
Landrum coming to the plate, and Reinhardt on deck. Let's see what I got for
Raylan
Landrum. I forgot to tell Pittenger she was batting .360 with 18 hits. Landrum, I'm looking. 366 average, 15 hits, 15 RBI. 15, that's a good number.
And the pitch coming to Raylan Landrum, and that's going to be a wild pitch, and that is going to advance Pittenger to third.
Well, Reichman's just a little frustrated right now, and here comes the coach to calm her down.
Talking things over here, and much needed stop right here to talk things over with her. So they take this quick break, and they're talking things out, but like you said, Freddie, just some hard pitches here by Reichman.
Yeah, she just...
Correction to the starting lineup for Tuscarawas. At second base, number 18, batting in the 4th position is Ariana Wade.
Wade, yeah, we had that
Yes,
right.
we had that correct. So there's Ariana Wade, as they're talking about.
That's why I didn't say that, and I was listening to that correction, make sure we had it right too. But yeah, just got to settle her nerves a little bit. She's getting behind in the count, and then she's having to groove it down there, and that's Wellston's taking advantage. And good bat on ball.
The floodgates are open here for Wellston. 1-0 the count to Landrum with only 1 away, and that one is going to be ball.
I was going to say it looked like a strike.
Some umpire difference between him and the last one is he does take a second to make these calls.
Yep.
So it is 1 ball, 1 strike. So going to call a little bit slower here. Wait for his call. The 1-1 pitch to Landrum, and that's going to be strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Working the outside corner.
Again, Pittenger on third base for the Rockets. And the 1-2 to miss Landrum. And that one's going to be outside. That one's easy to call 2-2. Evens it out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, regional semifinal action here this evening, the Sweet 16. We know Berg's moving on. The 2-2 pitch. Count is full. Brings up full count, 3-2. Full count pitch coming to Pittenger, the 3-2, and that's going to be fouled off. Swung on that one, but fouls it away.
A little extra heat on that fastball.
So the count does hold full here. And only one out for the Rockets in this inning. Only top half of the first. Pitch by Pittenger, and this is another foul ball.
Yeah, the thing, they're timing her up pretty good. So like I said earlier, Hank, she's throwing everything about the same speed. And she's going to have to take some stuff off of it to fool the batter.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Ryland Landrum. Runner on base. And here's the pitch to Landrum, and that's ball 4. Landrum will be walked. Continuing through the lineup now, already more than halfway through, as we're to Carly Reinhardt, the first baseman. What do you got on Reinhardt?
The first baseman, number 33, Carly
Reinhardt, 300 hitter, 5 home runs, 24 RBIs. So she got some pop.
So runners on first and third for the Rockets, with Reinhardt coming to the plate. Pitch coming, and this one's going to go through the bag, and that's going to bring home Pittenger, and going to make it over to third, and they are going to say she is safe. So runners move ahead, and runners going to be on second and third base for the Golden Rockets, and it's now 3-0.
Well,
and Wellston with a hot start in this one.
Well, we talked about that in the first game, Hank. The quicker you start, the better it's going to be.
number 2, Kennedy Stevens.
Kennedy Stevens. Wellston, she's shortstop. Again, 2 on for the Rockets, only 1 away. Pitch to Stevens, and that is going to be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch coming to Stevens, and that's going to be a high fly ball towards center field, and Beatty's out there, and she gets it, but that's going to be a sac fly, and that's going to bring a run in for Wellston. 4-0. Scoring there is Landrum. She makes it the course, and Landrum comes back through. 4-0 Golden Rockets. So with Landrum scoring, Reinhardt on third base.
Number 8, the center fielder, Avery Bain.
The process, Stevens got out, but now we get to Avery Fain.
Fain batting .279. She's a senior.
And runner on third base for the Rockets. The pitch to Avery Fain. And it is going to be strike 1.
Mm-hmm. Now, honestly, Hank, the softball umpires are taught differently than baseball. They are to delay the strike and ball call.
Did not notice that because you didn't see as much of a delay with the game before us.
No, not as much. But in baseball, it's pretty much, ball comes across, then they call it quick. So
they wait a second for softball. So there's a 1-1 count here to Avery Fain. The pitch here, and that one's going to be close. Ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two down for the Rockets. And the 2-1 pitch to Avery Fain. Fouled off, 2-2. I'll tell you, even the stars are out here tonight, Freddie. The mayor of Wellston, Anthony Brenner, saw him out there. 2-2.
Well, that's what the community does. They come out and back their teams as far as they go.
Haven't been around the community my whole life. I can tell you this one right here, among the most supportive you'll ever see. And the pitch here from Reichman and the Fain, that's fouled off. And I mean, I'll give you an example, a recent one. A police canine dog for Wellston got hit by a truck, and you should have seen the way the community got behind that puppy dog. I've even seen T-shirts here for the Wellston kids wearing like the police officer canine shirts. That was for Blue, the canine. And it's a very supportive community. And the 2-2 coming, a swung on and miss. And that is going to be strike 3. But before I send it back, Freddie, seems like after these tournament games, they hold a parade no matter what. So we may be following a parade session back to Wellston. So 4 runs scored for the Rockets after that third out. 4 runs, and the score is now Wellston 4, Tusky Valley, with Tusky coming to bat. And we'll be back in a minute on Total Media Sports.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Is Ralph there?
You sure you've got the right number?
Is he there?
Well, what's he look like?
He's got white hair and spots.
Is Ralph your dog?
He's a Dalmatian.
Why would he be here at Osborne Equipment Service?
You always say you have something for everyone.
We do, with service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs, and we're family owned and operated. Maybe you should look in your backyard for Ralph.
I'll just call his cell phone.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom price. America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Here on our YouTube channel, all postseason long for high school softball.
No, can't hear you.
Wellston, you cannot hear me. Top of the first and on down for the goal. Breaker, pretty much everything this season in the.
Very, very good, boss. Relax, big dolphin.
After these two, and then we'll get ourselves situated again.
Yeah, I think I'm all right. Wallach, Rotuno, and Reichman. Yeah, I don't hear you. That's all right. We'll get it figured out. Well, mine was the only one that needed to be changed. Wallach is hitting 400 hitters, 6 home runs, 7 stolen bases, 36 runs, 36 hits, 24 ribbies, so she can play.
Okay.
There you go.
We go.
There you got
was
it.
messing with something here. Got it fixed.
We
One
got
ball,
it.
2 strikes. We had something messed up on our end. Apologies for the technical issues. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that one is going to get picked up by a shortstop and trying to make the play to first, and she's out.
Oh.
The connection there from Stevens to Reinhardt, and she is gone.
A good play, but boy, that was a bang banger at first.
1 down.
And the batter is Rotuno.
Now batting for the Trojans, the shortstop, number 1.
Rotuno.
Rotuno.
Okay, we're going to roll.
We got. That's why.
Close. I mean, you look at it, it looks like Rotuno, but it is Rotuno.
Let's see what she's got here. Go ahead and talk.
That's
I'll get it.
Rotuno, and that's going to be pitch bit on the outside, no one on base.
She is a freshman, batting .362, and she's got 6 stolen bases.
All right, back on track here. Again, 1 ball, no strikes, and I'll give you all a laugh in a moment when we get on. Swung on a miss, and what the problem was, for those wondering, I took out the headset during the break and put on the wrong one.
Yeah.
And what do you know?
That's
1
why.
ball, 1 strike. I should have probably just unplugged this one altogether and packed it up.
That's all right.
1-1, and the pitch coming, and that one is going to be ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Just something for y'all to laugh about.
Well, if I was sitting down, I wouldn't
They
have
call 'em
needed the extra length.
At home, people call it a hating moment when I make a blunder like that. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch coming, swung on and missed. So 2-2. No need to delay on that count. 2-2. Again, 1 down here for Tusky Valley. The bottom of the first inning. Pitch coming, and that one is going to go over Potts' head. And that is going to be an easy base hit for the Trojans.
Reichman now batting at .433 on the average. Let's see what else I got on her. 3 home runs. And of course, she is 28 RBI. She is the pitcher.
Number 39,
Reichman. I know you're talking about her. She is the pitcher for Tusky Valley. Again, only 1 down here. 1 on base. Getting back on track here in the bottom of the first inning. As Reichman here, then Wade waiting on deck, and that's going to be fouled off.
Make a play. Oh, it stayed in right
Sound
there.
like an explosion there to the right of us. The way it echoes through. So the count here to Reichman is going to be 1 ball, no balls, 1 strike.
They're getting ready to play the anthem over on the baseball field.
Not furloughing over there. That's their first game.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have it over here. The 0-1 coming from Potts, and this one is going to be fly ball left field, and it's going to be caught out there by Landrum for out number 2. Falls right into the glove there of Landrum. Brings up another out.
Wade coming up, batting .437. Let's see if I got anything else on her. 8 home runs, 22 runs scored, and 38 RBIs.
Ariana Wade batting now. Again, 2 away. She steps in here. You're talking about her a moment ago. Again, she plays second. Pitch by Potts, swung on a miss. Strike 1. And I'll say this, if you can't tell, I mean, no matter who hits tonight, getting through Miss Potts, that might be a bit of a chore. No ball, 1 strike. Pitch coming here by Potts, and that is going to be strike 2. I was waiting for the call. Of course, a bit of a delay there, obviously. No balls, 2 strikes. It's announced an 0-2 count on Wade. Trying to hold him up here. The 0-2 by Potts to Wade, and that's going to be a little bit outside for ball 1. Outside pitch, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looked like it from this angle, just waiting for the word. 1-2. And 4-0 the score here. Wellston leads in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch coming here, and this one is going to be called ball. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looked like that pitch might have been a bit close over there. You can also see, Freddie, as I stand up, might not even need anyone to text us a score. I can see the baseball scoreboard from over here. 2-2, and that's going to be a low pitch, full count.
Yeah, I hollered at you there in the first inning. Said, hey, man, I can see it from here, and we'll check the score out every so often.
Well, my hearing has never been the greatest in the world. 2-2, or 3-2 the count now, Wade. And here's the full count pitch, and swung on and missed. Puts away the inning. 4-0 the score here. Wellston with the lead. And as the Rockets come back to bat, we'll be back in a moment on Total Media Sports.
Our family works hard so we can serve your family. That's the motto at Ramey's Used Cars, which is located 7 miles west of MacArthur on US Route 50 next to Ramey's Homes. Ramey's has been providing quality pre-owned vehicles since 1970, and Ramey's also has a high-quality parts department. Give Ramey's Automotive a call today at 596-4694, and don't forget to check out John's weekly specials. Just look for the signs and the vehicles in the front of the lot.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Back here at OU, and T-Fred, you'll have the call of the second inning. Improvised here. Did this at VA, and it worked to success. So, T-Fred, you got the inning with Hutchinson, the designated player, coming about.
Hutchinson steps in, a right-handed hitter against Reichman. Wellston with a 4-0 lead. There's a strike on the outside. So if you're Wellston, you just keep up the good work hitting the ball. If you're Tusky Valley, just try to slow things down. 1-1. Ball just a little bit low. Hutch, let's see what Hutch is. He's a freshman. I did not write anything down, so he probably hasn't had a lot of at-bats. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
1-2. Again, Hutchinson, designated player. Lambert following up flex, and when we get to that, I have to talk a little bit about the flex for people who don't know.
There's the line and the pitch. Swing on a miss. Out number 1. And we're back to the top. Childers.
Number 27, Matty Childers.
Childers, top of the order. And Childers with a big hit there in that first inning. There's the line and the pitch inside. Ball 1. Tusky Valley Trojans.
You ever caught a game with Tusky Valley before, to your memory?
No, but I saw them way back in the late 80s, I believe. I think they made it to the state tournament in basketball, if I remember right.
Of course, Wellston, definitely not your first rodeo there, counting football, basketball, baseball, played him as an athlete.
Yep, played against Jeff Montgomery.
Don't know who that is. He's former Kansas City Royal and Cincinnati Red.
Now a broadcaster.
Yes.
Line and foul to the right side. They did try to make a play on it, but to no avail.
Well, I got to ask, what was it like playing against him?
Oh, he's a great guy. Great pitcher, smart, control, not overpowering, but he could locate. He had a nasty slider. He developed that slider a little later in his career, but he had a knuckleball, a real good one in high school. Man, I was getting ready to say strike on that. But
Ball 3.
Childers, 3 home runs and 12 RBIs to her credit. 3-1 to count. Here's the pitch, fouled off again. I tell you, Wellston does a good job on that fastball. I mean, they're putting it in play and fouling it off.
That's been Wellston all year. I mean, you don't get to regional semifinals without the fundamentals.
You got it. Here's the pitch. Right there was an off-speed pitch. I've been waiting on that. The Childers stayed back enough to foul it off. Reichman trying to get out away from that first inning. 4 runs, 4 big runs by the Wellston Rockets. Fouled off again.
Still
keep battling. Going to have to get some more softballs. He keeps fouling them off.
I wonder if we have enough of them.
No, I'm sure they do. Here's the pitch. And she got her. No. Ball. And everybody's screaming strike, and some saying, all right, it's a ball. Courtesy runner, looks like. Let's see. The number 11 coming up.
Carr.
She's the right fielder. Number 1, pinch running. Do we have that on the roster? Let me see if I do.
Kinsley Folks.
Yep, I got it. She's a freshman.
For the Rockets, the right fielder, number 11, Reese
Reese Carr coming up.
No, one out, one on here in the top of the second.
Circleville and Jackson just started next door to us.
Mm-hmm. That's baseball, of course.
Yes, over at Bob Brent Stadium, adjacent to us. Great facility here at Ohio University.
Mm-hmm.
In 4-0 to score here in the top of the second. Wellston leads with one down. And up to bat.
All righty. Reichman. Here's the line, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1. 1-1. It was close enough that I held the call on that because I didn't know if the ump was going to say strike or ball.
1 ball, 1 strike to Carr. Childers on first.
There's a line shot up the
Base
middle,
hit.
base hit. And Wellston's partying again, first and second.
Some breathing room too, Freddie, only one down.
And Reese. Potts coming up, I believe.
Yes, sir. Talking about leading hitter, dangerous pitcher, dual threat. And I believe she's a senior, correct?
Yeah, I'm just looking at what the umpire must have fell down because he's got chalk all over him. I didn't see it.
I was looking down talking, and they're checking on him.
Yeah, I think he just slipped and fell because it's all over his back.
He's all right. He seems to be okay. But
Who am I looking for?
Potts.
Potts, senior.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they're gonna doctor him up a second. I'm gonna get rid of my gum here, Hank.
So yeah, we got the umpire getting a bunch of chalk dusted off of his back after he stumbled. And he's okay. And Freddie come back in and wow.
Only thing hurt there is his pride, big dog.
Even then, he doesn't seem to hurt that much about it.
I missed it. I mean, did you see it, Julian?
We were looking down, and Julian didn't see it either.
Well, we got it on film. I guarantee you, if he fell down, I'm sure we saw it.
Hopefully Wyatt caught it down there. We'll have to go back and see that later.
I don't know what happened. They're all laughing about it, so.
So, again, one down here. That was interesting.
Yep. I'd say it was a surprise fall, I can tell you that. I didn't get his name, but he looks familiar. He looks like one of my buddies. But can't see his face from here. With that being said, Potts to the plate. One out. And runners on first and second. Wellston threatening again here in inning number 2. The winner gets Wheelersburg on Friday for the trip to the Final Four. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
No balls, 1 strike to Matty Potts. Hannah Potts.
Well, Tusky Valley needs an out right here. And Wellston, if you're Wellston, they want to hit. Outside.
And Circleville is taking an early lead over Jackson.
1-0 looks like.
1-0 baseball next to us.
And they're still batting. There's a rip to left field, base hit. Potts, deep corner, 1 run's going to score, and everybody's ready. They're going to send her, and she stops. Good thing.
Coach Hall, I think maybe think about sending, but
they stopped her.
Gets a double.
Potts with another big hit, another run scored. Now it's 5-0 with runners on second and third.
I think it's safe to say these Rockets came to play tonight.
Well, they're hitting that fastball.
Courtesy run, I think they're saying.
Yep. What they're going to have to worry about with Wheelersburg Friday if they play them.
Courtesy run. That is number 5.
And that is, I got it here. No, I do not. That's one person I don't have on the roster.
The run at second base for the Rockets. At the plate for
I didn't hear
Yeah,
him.
they didn't get a number 5 for Wellston, courtesy runner.
Yeah, I don't have a number 5.
Sorry that we don't have them.
That's
See
what
if
you
we can
run
find
into.
that.
We'll check it out.
So 1 down.
1 out. 5-0. And a ball. Outside number 6. And that is Pittenger. Is that how you say her name?
Yes, Pittenger.
Pittenger, okay.
Pittenger.
Lila Pittenger.
Lila Pittenger. There you go.
Yeah, let's see what she can do at the plate. There's a shot at right center field. That's going to score 2. Let's see if they send her. Here she comes. Here comes the throw. No throw. And 2 more runs for the Golden Rockets, and they're up 7-0. And man, they're just hitting the ball everywhere.
I hope Berg's down there taking notes on these
Oh,
girls.
they're right there watching. But I was just saying, the biggest thing Wellston will have to watch with Berg and their pitcher is she has a lot of different speed pitches, multiple speeds. And they'll have to adjust to that on Friday.
Got only 1 out here for the Rockets in the inning.
And here's the pitch. Ball. And that is Landrum at the plate. 366.
So that was Pittenger. Got that. So Pittenger's on first.
Yep.
Catch up, and Potts got a hit too. She got a
Foul
double
ball.
digit lead in RBI.
Yep.
Childers and Carr. They have to get a fresher on that. Get it over here. I got a guy.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not trying to put the hex on anybody, but it's 7-0 already in the second. This may be a short game.
Might be. Swing and a miss.
Yep. Throw down to first, trying to pick her off, and safe.
That's Landrum batting. I don't know if she's related to Eric Landrum.
Well, I thought about that too. I was going to ask you.
I don't know if she is or not. Landrum, that's a pretty big family if you count Wellston, Jackson, Colton area. I know a lot of them, so.
Oh, she swung at that rise ball and struck her out. Again, a throw down to first, but safe. 2 down in the inning. And 33 coming to the plate, and that's Reinhardt.
First baseman, number 33,
Carly Reinhardt. 1 on base as Pittenger's on first.
Now let's see if she can move her around with 2 outs. Reichman's there's a changeup. It's in the dirt. Well, Wellston has geared up for that fastball. Remember, Reichman has struck out 282 batters. So she obviously a power pitcher.
1-0.
That could be strike, and it is. Two outs here in the second. Runner at first. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the hitter. Reichman trying to get out of this inning, and they've tattooed her for 7 runs in the first 2. Right now, Tusky Valley kind of wondering what's happening. Oh, my!
Oh!
Nice catch!
Oh!
What a play!
It ricocheted.
They didn't need to throw to
Reichman,
first.
And it made it to the shortstop, Robbins.
She caught it in the air, and it's a double. It's actually the out.
And a double.
Yeah, it's not a double play because they didn't need the double play, but that'll end the inning.
Wow.
That about knocked her head off, but that'll end the inning. 3 runs on the inning. 7-0 Rockets. Back in a minute.
A healthy, confident smile starts here at Southern Ohio Smiles. Whether you need a routine cleaning, cosmetic dentistry, or advanced dental care, our expert team is here to make your experience comfortable and stress-free. We're committed to providing top-quality care for the whole family. Schedule your appointments today at southernohiosmiles.com. Southern Ohio Smiles, brightening smiles, 1 patient at a time. Visit us online or call today to book your appointment.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Vinton County National Bank wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Alrighty, back here live from the campus of Ohio University, home of the Bobcats, and right now home of the regional semifinals and regional finals here in Division 5.
Erickson, Stutz, and Borrell. That's who's next.
Alrighty, let's see if I got anything on Erickson. Yes, $2.99. She's a junior. Wellston partying right now, 7-zip here in the bottom of 2.
Talking about a great catch by Tusky Valley to put away the inning. Ricocheted off the pitcher, went in the shortstop's glove without even hitting the ground.
Yeah, that was Ratuno.
That right there, if someone's watching, clip that. That might be social media worthy after
Well, it looked like it clipped off the face mask of the pitcher. I'm not positive on that. Strike 2 swinging. Or no, excuse me, 1-1. I was blocked. I got the pole, 2 poles in my view right now. 1-0 after 1 complete, looks like.
Circleville and Jackson.
Circleville and Jackson baseball. Fouled off to the right.
1-2. The best part about being up here is you can look right down into the baseball field, too, and still get a good view of the play over there.
Yeah, you can still see it.
We could even probably call it from up here. They'd give us a roster and lineup. Call both games.
Delaney Erickson. Because right now they're trying to right the storm, Tusky Valley, get some runs back on the board, get them back in this game, because right now it's been all Wellston. As Potts, also a power pitcher, rocks and fires inside. Nope. 2-2. That's right, she fouled the last one off. 2-2 is the count. Double dice. Foul to the right side. Make a play? No.
Well, we did see someone finally catch one today during the Piketon game.
Yeah, that's true. Looked like a Pirate fan that caught it on our left side.
It was over here, Wheelersburg fan. We had been waiting the last few games we had been here for someone to make a big catch, and finally did so.
2-2 the count. Potts delivers. Chopped to short. And up with it, Stevens. Got her.
Good timing to get that one over to first.
Yep. Stevens over to Reinhardt for the out. 1 down. And now number 13 steps to the plate.
Number 13, Callie Stutz.
And Stoltz. Stoltz will step in. Let's see if I got anything on Callie Stoltz. Yeah.
.372
yep,
batting
372. I couldn't find it there for a second.
Well, thankfully you wrote them down. On the
well, that's what I always try to do a little bit to help, that way you don't have to look back and forth on your notes.
Good idea. I mean, .372 again is the average. 1-0 count.
Potts fires. Strike. 1-1. Tried to listen to him. I thought he said strike, but I couldn't tell for sure.
You can kind of hear him if you, like me, I always keep an ear open.
Yep.
I know it's a little harder with your headset to do that. 1-1.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. As Stoltz trying to get on. Not this time. Swung at a high one, strike 3, and there are 2 out in the inning.
Now to Burrell. She's batting at .269.
Now batting for the Trojans, the catcher, number 26,
Holly Burrell. And 7-0 for those tuning in on the bottom of the inning.
Burrell, first plate appearance of the game. That looks like a strike. Nope, ball. Looked like a strike.
We did not say it was.
Nope. Strike swinging. She's been a pretty accurate pitcher here in the first two.
That's a 1-1 count.
She rocks and fires. High, all two. 2-1, 2 out here in the second. Wellston up 7-0. One in the pitch. Shot to short. Stevens up with it. Over to Reinhardt. The inning's over.
6-3 again.
6-3 ends the inning. 4 Tusky, nothing across. And after 2, 7-0 Golden Rockets.
Are you looking for a reliable title company? Warranty Title Agency is a place you can trust. Whether you're closing on your first home or deed preparation, title exams, and more, Warranty Title Agency has got you covered. Stop by 227 East Main Street, Jackson, or call 740-286-2248. Also online at warrantytitleagency.com. Proudly supporting Jackson and Oak Hill football. Warranty Title Agency, where your trust meets our dedication. Go Ironman and Oaks!
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Back here at Ohio University, 7-0's the score as I got the third inning here. Reichman warming up here for the Rockets. And who's coming up next for Wellston, T-Fred?
Well, you missed a couple guys here, so I'm looking. That's what, number 2?
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes, Stevens got it.
Stevens batting .310. It'll be Stevens, Fain, and Hutchinson.
Plankton's still here. A lot of them now starting to clear out.
The shortstop, number 2,
Kennedy Stevens, shortstop. Again, Wellston coming in here in the third inning with a 7-0 lead, and already 3 runs from double-digit territory here in the third inning. Wellston looking good here hitting-wise, and Reichman's first pitch of Stevens thinking bunt and pulls back for ball 1. So it's going to be 1 ball, no strikes. Miss Stevens. Wado coming, and that one is going to be strike 1 out of the outside corner. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how they call balls and strikes because I want to call it and let's go.
But it is 1-1 count. It does take a second. Sometimes up here in the booth it affects us as well. 1-1,
Yep.
that's fouled off.
Yeah, that's a fact.
1 ball, 2 strikes. But of course they don't think about, well, I don't mean this in a contradictory way, but
no.
They don't think about us. They're thinking about the play and the rules and the way things are done.
Yeah, they're just trying to be a little different.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, 7-0 to score. Nobody out here. The first batter, Stevens, in the inning. And that's going to be a high fly ball. There's Beatty going out towards center, and she reels it in for out number 1. Beatty gets that one, and 1 down.
Fain about it. 279 here.
The center fielder, number 8, Avery Fain.
Avery Fain now for Wellston. Avery Fain coming in here. And Freddie, what did Fain do her last at bat? So you were keeping book during that one. High ball 1.
Fain struck out.
All right, so Fain is 0 for 1, 0% on the night. 1 ball, no strikes to Avery Fain. Again, 1 down for the Rockets. The pitch to Avery, and that one looks like it's going to be outside. Yes, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Good. You can shout out some people here in Wellston. I'll get to that in a minute. I've been getting texts left and right from all the people I know watching this one tonight. A lot of people out in Rocket City, Everyone from south end to the west side watching us. 2-0, and this one is going to get through the glove of Reitman, going to try to recover that, and she's going to drop it. Garbrandt can't hold on to it at first, and going to round over to second. They do tag her out there, looks like. Yes, great play by Tusky Valley to bring that in, and Avery Fain is out at second. Understandably going for that risk, but just a great play by the Trojans of Tusky Valley to get that one for out number 2. So another one down, and great play.
Heads up by the right fielder there, and she made a nice play to save the day.
Now to Hutchinson, designated player.
Yep.
So 2 down for the Rockets. Hutchinson batting.
Shoulders on deck.
And a pitch to Hutch. And that one is going to be on the wild side, but still going to be called strike in the process.
I wonder if the Childers girl's related to Nate Dogg Childers.
I don't know. Nathan Childers lives in Pikeville.
It's
this
raining.
Girl lives in.
Here comes the rain, right? Starting to rain, boys. Let's just hope we don't get a delay.
This girl lives in Wellston, so I don't know if they'd be related or not.
Bottom of the second, Jackson batting, and it's still 1-0.
Yes, I got Jimmy also texting me scores for that, and it's 1-1. Hopefully the rain doesn't get too hard. It's not real hard at the moment.
No, it's just sprinkling.
We're told that it's going to be spotty here and there. We're going to try to also take a couple efforts to waterproof that. And Freddie, hand me back one of those towels during commercial break. We got some towels over here. 1-1 to Hutchison, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2 the count.
Yep.
And Hutchison. We had her down as designated player, yes.
Yeah. Lambert's the flex player.
So again, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Pitch coming and got her swinging. And that is out number 3. And no runs scored in the inning for the Rockets. First inning thus far with no runs for the Golden Rockets. So the score holds here with Tusky Valley coming to bat. It's Wellston 7, Tusky Valley nothing, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Life is unpredictable, but with Dan Daly at State Farm, you can be prepared for anything. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, Dan and his team are here to provide personalized coverage that fits your needs. Get the protection you deserve from a name you trust. Dan Daly State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. Visit online or stop by in Jackson, Ohio.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Chad Niddle and Edward Jones are a proud sponsor of Jackson Ironman Baseball on WYPC. Give us a call at 740-286-4872 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Back here on OU, and who's this batting right here? Number 5 for Tusky Valley.
Right, Beatty and Garbrandt.
Right, Beatty and Garbrandt, so that is 2 outfielders, then an infielder. Wright plays left field, Beatty center, and Garbrandt at first base, and Wind picking up here a little bit too, and again, Wheelersburg still here watching this one. 7-0 to score. Wellston on top in the bottom of the third. And that pitch is going to be high for ball 1. At the very least, Freddie, see if we can at least get 5 in before this one gets
let's
too
hope.
1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. And here goes the 1-0 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Wright is a sophomore, and that's all I've got on her, unfortunately.
Thankfully, right here, dry in the spot we're in. I feel a little drizzle here and there, but still, the board and everything is protected.
Well, if we had
1-1 swing and a miss.
If they had the sides covered here, it wouldn't be so bad. Just the front open, but everything's open except we have a roof and a behind.
So
partition.
1 ball, 2 strikes to the left fielder right, and the pitch by Miss Potts is going to be strike 3, and that's a K.
Yes, it is. K looking.
1 down. 1 down. So now we're going to the center fielder, Beatty. Again, 7-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Already played 2.5 here in Athens before the weather started, and I'll have to take a look at the handy-dandy radar and see if this is going to pass or not. This is going to be Bunting trying to make the play on it. Catcher runs in full force, can't quite get it. Dives in, puts all of her effort into that one, but Childers can't quite get it.
I'm going to have to put my sweatshirt on.
Wondering how long it was going to take for you to do that.
Yeah, it's getting a little windy up
The
here.
0-1 count. Again, one down.
Wind's blowing out to right field. We'll see if that
Wind's
affects
not
any
really
fly
been
balls.
up until now, the wind has really not been a factor. Now let's take a look at the handy-dandy Athens radar. We'll see how this is looking. And a pitch to Beatty, the 0-1 count from Potts, and that's going to be strike. I heard the call. 0-2.
Yeah, top of the third.
Look at this. It's raining. Don't even show it's supposed to be here on the radar.
Yeah, maybe it's just a little spit storm.
Maybe they're not expecting it to stick, but the 0-2 count, and this one's going to be fouled back. And you know, one of my day jobs around here is working as weatherman, giving the weather reports and stuff, and doing both of my jobs at once at the moment. And I can tell you right now, you take a look out there, and it's cloudy and rainy with slightly chilly temperatures. Don't know the temperature outside right now.
Excuse me.
The 0-2 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and out number 2. Beatty's out, and out of Garbrandt. 2 up, 2 down for the Trojans.
3 Ks for
Potts.
Miss Potts.
Potts having herself a good inning here.
Jackson trails after 2, 1-0 to Circleville, top of the third. Circleville batting.
That's, again, baseball next door to us. So thank you to Jimmy
There's a
McCord
bunt.
for the score. And Potts going to scoop this up and trying to make the play over,
Safe.
and it rolls through. And Garbrandt has an opportunity to make it to second, and that is where she will stop. So Garbrandt makes it all the way to second. Miscalculation at first, and Garbrandt makes it to second base.
That's a tough play, and I'm giving her a hit on it because it was a bang-bang at first, and throw was a little bit wide, but I think she might have beat it anyway.
So Garbrandt now on second base. And 2 down for the Trojans.
Wallach.
She's third
Nope.
baseman.
Number 1, Haley
Rotuno, my bad.
Rotuno.
I put it, no, that's my fault. I put it in
Rotuno.
Garbrandt. Wallach's the one that got the hit.
A pitch to Rotuno from Potts, and that's going to be ball 1.
That was my bad.
Outside, 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. Again, 2 away for Tusky Valley. Wellston's got to find their way out of the inning. Pitch by Potts, and that's going to be ball 2. A high pitch there by Potts. 2 balls, no strikes to Rotuno. A 2-0 pitch coming. This one's going to be towards right field, trying to get in there and get it. Nice catch by Carr for out number 3. Carr makes it in, and she gets her out. So no runs in the inning, and we head into the 4th, and the score still 7-0, and T-Fred will have the 4th inning, and we come back in a minute on Total Media Sports.
Monroe's Frame and Collision, our work says it all. For the best in repair, see the people who care. We make it easy to do, 'cause we care about you. Go with Monroe, we'll get you on the road. We make it oh so easy. Monroe's Frame and Collision, our work says it all.
One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools. Athletic events, concerts, and plays. You can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement that we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. Ohio Valley Bank. Community first. Member FDIC.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Artie, ready for the top of the 4th. Top of the order, Childers leading it off. Nope. Well, I did have it right. I couldn't see. Yeah, she had her hairline there blocking the other number. Here's the first pitch, and it's outside. Childers.
He followed up by Carr and Potts.
7-0 your score, top of the 4th. All the damage done in the first 2 innings by Wellston.
High and away there.
With a 4 spot and a 3 spot. Oh, I had the right team out. What am I doing?
I don't feel the rain as hard as it's still.
It's still spitting, yep. It's chilling out a little bit. That wind's kind of making it a little chilly. Here's high. 3-0.
Throwing them a little bit hard, it looks like, Freddie.
Yeah, she's trying too hard. Plus, the ball might be getting a little bit wet. But Childers is a junior, I might add. Here's the pitch. There's a strike.
Outside corner.
3-1. As Reichman. So far, Wellston's been able to hit her fastball. She's firing it, but that one was high and away too, so Childers draws the walk to start the fourth. And now it's number 11.
The right fielder.
And that is Reese Carr. She's a freshman.
On base, Reese Carr in now.
And a courtesy runner, is that number what?
Trying to take a look at it over here. It's for Wellston. Kinsley Folks again.
Oh, number 1, yeah.
So
Foltz.
Kinsley Foltz again. Is it Foltz?
Foltz. Freshman.
Foltz. Didn't tell say Folks or Foltz.
Yeah,
it's Foltz.
F-U-L-T-Z.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that name before.
Yep.
Foltz at first base. Courtesy runner.
Carr at the plate.
Are we going to have to carry you out of here, Freddie?
No, I'll be all right. Fouled off to the deep right.
Oh, 1.
Yep. I'll tell you what. Wellston held scoreless that last inning. They're going to try to put some more crooked numbers on the board. A little nubber to third. That's going to move the runner up, and everybody's safe. And she's trying for third to slide to throw safe. And let's look at this. The other Wellston runner, and that's
Runners on
Carr,
third. Foltz on
all
third,
the
Carr
way
on second.
to second. And guess who's up?
Hannah Potts.
For the Rockets, the pitcher, number 24, Hannah.
I keep calling her Maddie Potts because there used to be a basketball player for Wellston a couple years ago, I believe, named Maddie Potts. So
Buddy,
they might even be sisters.
She can do, yeah, they probably are related anyway. There's a ball outside. She can do some serious damage with a base hit here. She's got a couple on the day.
Be a big one right here, already up by 7.
Yep.
Pitch coming.
Foul tip into the mid. Nice job by Burrell squeezing that foul tip. Jackson just jacked one off the wall, and he's got a double, looks like.
Yes.
It's 1-1. They scored.
Nolan Johnson over there with a double.
So they tied the game up. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Potts. Rockets looking to add to their 7-0 lead. The wind just died down a little bit. Not as bad as it was a few minutes ago.
How about this, Freddie? Two on base with nobody out.
Ball high. 22 is the count. And there's the line and pitch by Reichman. Little pop to second and a nice diving play by Wade to get the out, 1 down. And I'm sure Potts would like to have that swing back.
Ariana Wade with a nice diving catch there for Tusky Valley.
Yeah, I think it's Pittenger.
Yes, yep. Lila Pittenger is next.
She is a sophomore. All right. Second and third still, and with 1 out, Reichman deals outside. Ball 1. Seven zip is your score. Reichman checks her wristband for the sign and fires outside again. 2 balls, no strikes.
2-0, 1 down for the Rockets, 7-0 to score. Top half of the 4th inning.
She rocked. Reichman fires. Fouled off.
Something big happened.
Another big hit.
Scores for Jackson.
Another double.
Looked over there, and look, Jackson's taking the lead. 2-1. We're talking about it earlier for them. District championships are hard to come by.
Back-to-back doubles for the Ironman. All righty, with that being said, here's the pitch. Right through the middle, base hit, 1 run in, and here comes 2. And it's a 2-run single by Pittenger, and it is 9-0 Wellston.
9, only 1 run from double digits in the 4th inning.
Yep.
Of course, the 5-inning rule.
5 innings, 10-run rule after 5. And number 3 to the plate, that's Landrum. She's a sophomore. 366 hitter.
That was Pittenger a moment ago, right? Yep.
Yeah, 2-run single.
Single, I mean RBI.
And let's see, pitcher or the coach. And I don't think I have the coach's
They
name.
are going for I think they're saying pitching change possible.
Yeah, I don't think I have the coach's
See what
name.
goes on here again. 9-0 to score. Talk things over, and I think they might be finally going for it. Again, 1 run from what would be Mercy Rule territory if they couldn't do anything in the bottom innings. And looking over here, so trying to do multiple things at once. And again, so they do close out the inning there with a 2-1 score next door to us.
Yep, 2-1 after 3. Jackson over Circleville in baseball.
Here in softball, 9-0.
Well, this could be a short one. Wouldn't bother me none, Hank.
Haven't been out here a while.
We've been out here a while. Since about 12:45 we've been here.
And it's almost 7 o'clock now. Been a long day calling games, and then myself be right back at it tomorrow afternoon in South Point.
Better you than me, Hank. That's all I got to say.
Well, for you, it's a longer trip.
Yeah, it's not a good drive.
We were talking about
for
that
either
one
one of us.
Those Division 6, 7 schools that are playing over there, I don't think any of them are less than an hour from South Point.
Landrum at the plate. Pittenger at first. Fouled off. Wellston trying to get to that magic double-digit 10 on the scoreboard.
And looks like they held the same pitcher.
Yeah, Reichman's still in there. They're just trying to calm her down. Wellston, you got to tip your hat. Wellston has hit the fastball, and she's bringing it. There's an off-speed pitch, swung and a miss. But her strength is her fastball. She's a power pitcher. 282 strikeouts. That tells a lot right there for Reichman. But right now, Wellston owns the batter's box. Ball high. Winner gets the Berg on Friday. Wellston, of course, 20-3, looking to go 21-3. Of course, Berg will be 25-0 if those two meet. There's a strike. Nope, ball. My bad. A little bit low. 2-2 is the count with 1 out and a runner at first for the Golden Rockets.
2-2.
Ball
Full
3.
tap.
Eagle eye there by Landrum.
Full count wouldn't. Well, the walk there would put 2 on base for the Rockets.
On deck is Reinhardt, the senior, waiting to hit. Reichman kicks, deals, fires. That's strike 3. Wellston didn't like the call. That's 2 outs. And Reinhardt to the plate.
For the Golden Rockets, the first baseman, number 33, Carly Reinhardt.
They'll probably still be playing by the time we get out of here next
Oh,
door
yeah.
to us.
Yeah, they will. Off-speed pitch is low, and taking second base is Pittenger.
Pittenger able to get on second there.
Well, base hit could possibly score her.
Depends on where it lands.
It does, just depends. Reichman fires to the plate. Strike. 1-1 the count with 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Wellston with a 2-run inning so far, and they lead at 9-0. There's a base hit up the middle. Nice play by Wade, but she's not going to have a play.
Runners on the corners.
Base hit for Reinhardt. And you're right, runners on the corners, and Stevens coming to the plate. And she's a freshman, batting .310.
Number 2, Kennedy Stevens.
2 outs in the inning. Stevens to the plate, runners at the corner. There's a strike. Nope. Yes. I was going to say, man, that looked awfully good up there.
0-1.
And Reichman fires. Swung on, hit foul down by the Wellston coach.
So catching up here on the book. Stevens here with an 0-2 count.
Uh-huh. Reichman rocks, fires, pop to right field, and making the play is Stoltz to end the inning. Couple more runs. Wellston up 9-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Is Ralph there?
You sure you've got the right number?
Is he there?
Well, what's he look like?
He's got white hair and spots.
Is Ralph your dog?
He's a Dalmatian.
Why would he be here at Osborne Equipment Service?
You always say you have something for everyone.
We do, with service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs, and we're family owned and operated. Maybe you should look in your backyard for Ralph.
I'll just call his cell phone.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom presses. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built to manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Back here on OU, and the score here 9-0. T. Fred, you got the bottom of the inning. I'll take back over in the 5th.
Yep. Well, it's been all Wellston, folks. Excuse me. Tusky Valley hasn't got a whole lot going. And Reichman will lead it off for the Trojans.
We stopped off a moment ago, and Stevens will be famed starting the next inning for Wellston.
Reichman hitting .433 with 3 home runs on the year. She needs to break the ice. Here's the pitch by Potts. Ball.
Oh, strike. They got the outside corner.
My goodness, I didn't even see him put the...
No, they sent outside corner, so it is 0-1.
Yeah, I didn't even see him bring his arm up. Well, strike 1. Here's the pitch. Change up. Strike 2.
Good pitch, Aaron.
That is a good pitch.
Hannah Potts gets a good one.
I'm telling you, man, the more you can change speeds against hitters, the better you're going to be as a pitcher. There's a chopper to short. Stevens comes and gets it. Fires over to Reinhardt. Out number 1.
You got to like what you see defensively with Wellston here.
Yep. Well, she did a good job attacking that high chopper. Another word to use is charging the ball. Nice play by Stevens. 1 out.
I think it stopped raining.
Yeah. And the wind has completely almost died.
The weather here lately has been odd.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Wade, the batter. Strike 1. She's a senior hitting .437 with 8 home runs. I try to hit a few stats every once in a while here for these girls. And here's the pitch by Potts, fouled off to the right and into the dugout. Well, hopefully, Hank, and I'm not trying to root against Tusky Valley, but you get Wellston a run next inning, that'll be 10. And if they hold the Trojans to nothing, then this game will be over. 2-1 Jackson after 4 on the baseball field. Potts delivers, ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 4th. Wellston 9, Tusky Valley zip. Potts delivers, shot to short, base hit. Diving effort there by Stevens, but comes up empty.
Wade gets on.
And Wade with a base hit. 1 out, 1 on. And to the plate is number 33, Erickson, I believe. Yep. She's a junior, batting .299.
For the Trojans, the designated player, number 33,
Delaney Erickson.
Well, 1 out, 1 on here for the Trojans of Tusky Valley. And Erickson trying to keep things rocking and rolling for the red and black. Swing and a miss.
No balls, 1 strike.
I was just noticing, looking at the convo over here to our right. Foul pitch. It's just a great area. You got the convo, you got the girls softball field to the left.
Heaton Stadium across the street.
To the left, or baseball. But yeah, it's just a nice area, nice view, nice
Good for a
complex.
MAC school in Division I, that part of D1. 0-2 the count.
Erickson pops it to second, and let's see the right fielder coming on, and she's going to make the play. And that was Carr.
Erickson's down.
2 outs. And number 13 is Callie Stoltz.
2 down with 1 on base for Tusky Valley.
Well, Wellston trying to put the lid on this inning. And we'll go to the 5th. There's a bunt foul. Trying anything and everything to get them going. Strike 1 to Stoltz. Well, I thought I heard come over to our way. Foul ball deep here in the right, just behind us from the baseball field.
Trying to collect a souvenir. You gonna, after the game, you gonna wait out there at the catcher's glove?
Not me. I'm heading home. Ball high and away. (9-0) Wellston. First game, of course, went to the Pirates over the Piketon Red Streak, 6-1. Here's the pitch. Foul deep, right? And off the pole there, the backstop pole. Yeah, we got 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stoltz. And Potts trying to put the finishing touches on this inning. Ball outside. 2-2 the count. Triple twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And Wellston up 9-0. Potts fires, check swing, she went, strike 3. And that ends the inning. And Tusky Valley didn't like it. But after 4, 9 for Wellston, zip for Tusky Valley. Back in a minute.
Our family works hard so we can serve your family. That's the motto at Ramey's Used Cars, which is located 7 miles west of MacArthur on US Route 50 next to Ramey's Homes. Ramey's has been providing quality pre-owned vehicles since 1970, and Ramey's also has a high-quality parts department. Give Ramey's Automotive a call today at 596-4694, and don't forget to check out John's weekly specials. Just look for the signs and the vehicles in the front of the lot.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Back here at OU, 9-0's the score. Hayden Milliken, Tim Frederick here with you in the top of the fifth inning. And T-Fred, all Wellston need here is a run and to hold Tusky Valley in the bottom, and we might go home early.
Got my vote.
4 innings in, again, 9-0 is the score. And Wellston coming back to bat again. As batting now for the Rockets. We'll get to that in just a moment. As Wellston Yuri steps
Gotta
in.
flip it over here.
As Freddie will give you a line in just a moment.
Number 8, and that is Fain.
Or Avery Fain.
She is 0 for 2.
So Fain getting ready to come up to bat again for Wellston. Again, a 9-0 lead. See what the Rockets can do here. Get this done early. They can get back to Wellston and beat any more rain. Pitch coming here from Reichman to Fain, and that is going to be outside. Ball 1.
Fain has struck out and got on an error.
So 1 ball, no strikes to Miss Fain. In top half of the fifth inning, 9-0. Pitch by Reichman to Fain. He is going to be ball 2. Reichman's pitch goes a little bit low there. Drops low, 2 balls, no strikes. Wellston has scored runs in the first, second, and fourth innings. The only inning thus far, that one was the third. And that is going to be ball 3. 3 pitches not going Reichman's way, and the 3-0 count here to Fain. Had put a runner on base for Wellston if they get one more. She steps back in, Fain does. And the 3-0 offering coming. And it is going to be strike 1 right down the middle. 3-1. That one gets in. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Hutchinson on deck for the Rockets.
So 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch coming. And this one is going to go right to Reichman. Completes the player to first to Garbrandt for out number 1. 1 down. 1-3. So now that she's down,
that's a new one.
Sickles.
Sickles is batting.
Designated player for them. Sickles. So we had Hutchinson marked one, but she's pinch hitter. So Sickles swinging her first at bat with 1 down, and Reichman's first offering to Sickles going to be high and outside. Ball 1.
Let's see if I got anything on her. Nope, all I got is she's a freshman.
Hey, that's better than nothing.
So, yeah, I don't have any.
Sickles,
any
a freshman for the Golden Rockets. The 1-0 coming to her. And checks here, and they're going to call that a strike. 1-1. Look over here, still 2-1 next door to us. But back to the action at hand. 2 Sickles with an even 1-1 count with 1 out. Lots of 1s around the board at the moment. Pitch coming to her, and that's going to be ball 2, low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. She steps back in. Again, 9-0 to score. 1 run, and Wellston's within mercy rule territory in the 5th. You had to play 5 full for that to happen. And that one is going to drop low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to the pinch hitter Sickles. Reichman coming in, the 3-1 offering to Sickles, and that is going to be ball 4. Sickles is going to walk and make her way to first. Now we're to, I believe, Childers right at the top of the order.
Yep. Wellston's going to pinch run.
Maddie Childers.
Childers on the day, a single,
Pinch
and
run
I
at
don't know
number
what
4
else.
for them. A think that's Hutchinson, isn't it?
Yeah, Hutchinson's back in the game.
So Hutchinson is back in as the pinch hitter. So Sickles had the pinch hitter, and then she comes in a pinch run.
Yeah.
So they flip the role there, and now Hutchinson is at first base. Maddie Childers getting ready to bat for Wellston. One on base, one away.
She singled and scored a run. Carr on deck.
Childers steps up. One down for the Rockets. And Reichman with the offering. Her first pitch.
Ball high.
It's going to be, yes, high. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. High and looked a bit outside to boot. One ball, no strikes. And this one is going to be fouled off 1-1. That's beyond the third baseline, left side, 1-1. Nine to nothing. One down. And the winner of this takes on the Wheelersburg Pirates. A good convincing lead here for the Golden Rockets right now. Pitch by Reichman. It's going to be ball two. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Let's see if we can gather any sort of info on some of the other scores within D5. Normally we don't go too far, but 2 on offering, and this is going to be fouled off. The regional tournament, big exception for some of that. And I know some other places around the state of Ohio that have seen action this evening. Youngstown State had a couple of D5 Sweet 16 matchups way north of us, Wapakoneta. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch to Childers, and that's going to be fouled off again, and that one goes way over the dugout for Wellston. So the count holds at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, runner on base for the Rockets. As Hutchinson back in pinch running for Wellston. And the 2-2 offering. And that one is going to be ball 3, full count. Hutchinson gets back on to first base safely. So can't make the play at first. Count is full at the plate to Maddie Childers. If you're Tusky Valley, you don't want to give up another walk, but see what they do here. Full count. And the wind up to Childers, and this one's going to roll through a base hit. And looks like Hutchinson is going to go on second, Childers on first. That leads 2 on base for Wellston with only 1 out. Good situation you want to be in. Again, they just got to get that run.
Carr to the plate, Potts on deck. Carr on the day, struck out, and I don't know what happened there.
That was a single.
That's a single?
I think so, yes.
So at least 1 for 2. And there's another runner, and that's number 1, and that's Fultz.
Fultz coming back in.
Courtesy runner.
As courtesy runner, she has made her way around.
Mm-hmm.
So Fultz now on first base again. Hutchinson on second as Reese Carr coming in. They've been going for pinch runners a lot. I've noticed that with Wellston. So with 2 on for the Rockets, 1 away. Pitch coming to Carr, and I think that one might be a bit low. It is ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 offering. Carr, and that's going to be fouled off way over the hill near the bullpen. 1-1. As Carr steps back in. How about this order, though, T, Fred, especially in the top half of it for Wellston? 1-1. Carr high, and that's going to advance runners off of a wild pitch. So Fultz and Hutchinson both move up. Fultz on second, Hutchinson on third. Around the corner is the 10th run.
Yes, it is. Wellston's job to get it in. They'll score a couple maybe with a base hit here.
I think so, given the situation they're in with runners on second base and third base. And here's the 2-1. That's going to go towards right field, and that is going to be caught. That is going to be a sack. No, they could have.
She didn't. She ran in, didn't tag. And that was a base running mistake, and that's an out.
That could have been, though.
Yeah, she ran down instead of staying at third to tag up. She thought it was going to drop, and then by the time she went back to tag up,
too late.
It was too late.
And Maddie, Hannah Potts. Hannah Potts, I'll get her right, folks.
And after 5, it's 2-1 Jackson over on the baseball field over Circleville.
So they beat 2 innings from their first district title in a while.
Top of 6.
And we're thinking about sports in general. I can't think of many sports where Jackson's actually won district.
It'd be a good trivia question.
Would be if I knew the answer to it.
I don't remember them winning one. I really don't.
That'd be a big one for
And
them.
I apologize if I'm wrong.
Hannah Potts here, one of the best hitters for Wellston. Someone good to have in a 2-out situation with runners on. Pitched by Reichman to Potts, fouled off.
Power against power there.
No balls, 1 strike. And 9-0 the score. No balls, 1 strike the count. Pitch to Potts, and that is going to drop low. 4-1. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So again, 2 away here for Wellston. 2 pinch runners on bases. 1-1 to Potts, and that's going to be fouled off. 1-2. No one out in the crowd able to make a play on that one. 1-2. So now Hannah Potts here in a situation. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And 1-2 to Potts. And that one is going to be ball 2. Looked outside and it is. Just a bit out there. 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes a count. And the pitch coming to Potts. A no hit by pitch.
Yep. Good call there. Runner has to go back.
All right, she doesn't get the score. Someone's going to have to call her back. She thought that it was a wild pitch. So the bases are loaded for Wellston. The Rockets, bases loaded. And coming in next for the Rockets is going to be Pittenger.
Pittenger on the day. A double. I don't know what
double,
else.
There's an RBI. They got the RBI single earlier.
So she's got 2 hits.
Yes.
At least it's what it looks like.
2 down. And
they got another courtesy runner over there at first. Or pinch runner. I haven't seen the number yet.
Lila Pittenger. Again, bases loaded, full of Rockets.
It's number 5. And
that's the same one earlier that we had.
Same runner. I don't have her. I apologize.
I'm going to go up
Wellston.
Same here. Apologize to the people of Wellston, but and the offering coming here to Pittenger. High fly ball. They can make a play on that, and they do.
She does.
So
nice play by the catcher.
Get that elusive 10th run. They left bases loaded, and Tusky Valley heading in. So we are going to see more than 5 innings tonight as the Tusky Valley Trojans get ready to come to bat. 9-0 to score. We'll be back in a moment.
Our family works hard so we can serve your family. That's the motto at Ramey's Used Cars, which is located 7 miles west of MacArthur on US Route 50 next to Ramey's Homes. Ramey's has been providing quality pre-owned vehicles since 1970, and Ramey's also has a high-quality parts department. Give Ramey's Automotive a call today at 596-4694, and don't forget to check out John's weekly specials. Just look for the signs and the vehicles in the front of the lot.
A healthy, confident smile starts here at Southern Ohio Smiles. Whether you need a routine cleaning, cosmetic dentistry, or advanced dental care, our expert team is here to make your experience comfortable and stress-free. We're committed to providing top-quality care for the whole family. Schedule your appointments today at southernohiosmiles.com. Southern Ohio Smiles, brightening smiles, one patient at a time. Visit us online or call today to book your appointment. You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
And back here for the bottom of the 5th inning, Tuscarawas Valley getting ready to come up to bat again, and Wellston could have gotten a run. They had bases loaded. However, we're not able to capitalize, and so again, we will see more than 5 innings here this evening at OU. And at deck for Tusky Valley, that is number 21 out there for them, so that is going to be Well, take a look over there. Might even be a sub hitter.
It's
I
a
don't have
sub.
a number 21 for them, so they are going into the dugout. Let's see who they get. Freddie, you got the full roster over there, so we'll pull that one out.
21, Ashley Bensley.
Bensley.
She's a
Bensley.
senior. Backup pitcher.
So Bensley.
5-0, I might add, on the pitching mound.
How about that?
Bensley, 21. She's batting for
Bensley.
Burrell, I guess.
Yes. I think that's where we were, yes. So Bensley is coming to the plate. We'll see here. Nonetheless, Bensley coming up here against Potts. And Potts first offering to the sub-hitter Bensley, and that's going to be ball one, a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, calling the 5th inning. T-Fred will have the next 1 ball, no strikes. See if Wellston can try to get out of this. 1-0, and that one is going to be ball 2. A couple low pitches here by Hannah Potts. 2 balls, no strikes. And winds it up, and that one is going to be called strike 1, 2-1. That gets quarter, 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2-1 the score right now. And this is the bottom half of the 5th inning. 2-1 offering, swung on a miss, 2-2. Connor swinging, Bensley 2-2.
Circleville tied it up 2-2.
Close one over there. Next
They are still batting.
They've only got 1 out. And the 2-2 offering from Potts to Bensley. This is going to be scooped up, but I don't think they can make playing time. They
Yeah.
can. Bensley comes in from the dugout and she gets a single.
Tried to let it roll foul. That was not going to roll foul. Right, the batter, no. Yes,
Bensley on
yes,
base
right.
with Wright. And then who's on deck after Wright?
Beatty.
Beatty, okay. So we got ourselves situated here close to the bottom of the lineup for Tuscany Valley. They've got 1 on base.
Number 5, Morgan Wright.
Morgan Wright at the plate for the Trojans. The first pitch by Potts, swung on a miss, strike 1. Connor swinging. Good pitch there by Hannah Potts.
She struck out looking the first time there, Hank.
And how many strikeouts do we have for Hannah Potts this evening, unofficially?
I will count them here in just a second.
The 0-1, and that is going to be ball 1. Slides back on the bag is Bensley, and she's safe at first.
4, I believe.
Sounds about right.
Let's see, wait a minute. Maybe
4,
5.
maybe
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
5, okay. So Potts has 5 strikeouts unofficially on the evening. 1-1 the count here. Right, and that's going to be ball 2. Low pitch. And rain starting again. Felt it drizzling a moment ago. Maybe it's in my hand, but
Nothing on my hand.
I thought I felt a drizzle, but maybe I'm feeling things, hallucinating. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Evens it out, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So again, the even 2-2 count. Pitch by Potts to right, and that one is going to be strike 3, and she's out. 1 down. So there's a strikeout by Hannah Potts.
Beatty up. And Wallach on deck.
Ava Beatty, she is center fielder. And Circleville has taken the lead over Jackson, 3-2, and that's going to be a bunt that's going to be fouled off. So 0-1. Look at her bat, the rainbow-collared bat that she has. Nice design there. 0-1. Count to Beatty. So the 0-1 coming, winds it up, and this one's going to be towards right field. That's deep, and it is going to be scooped up out there by Carr. And that is out number 2. Good grab by Carr, and that brings out the second out of the inning.
Wallach to the plate.
Wallach coming up. Reese Carr makes that one. And a big one at that. Elliot Wallach. Ellie Wallach. 2 down with Wallach complete and 9-0 to score. And the pitch coming by Potts, fouled off. 0-1.
Wallach has a, I don't know if I can see it here. She has a single to her credit, 1 for 2.
No balls, 1 strike. Don't have any other local score updates. The 0-1, and this one is going to be ball 1. I'm going to take a look at that, by the way. So 1-1 the count. Check my handy dandy score page, and do not have any scores reported yet. So we'll see how those go. 1-1, and this one goes through. Potts going to try to complete the play to second. They do. That's out number 3. Gets on the bag there, and the score is still 9-0 as we head into the 6th inning. T. Fred will have the call in the top half, and we'll be back in a moment on Total Media Sports.
Are you looking for a reliable title company? Warranty Title Agency is a place you can trust. Whether you're closing on your first home or deed preparation, title exams, and more, Warranty Title Agency has got you covered. Stop by 227 East Main Street, Jackson, or call 740-286-2248. Also online at warrantytitleagency.com. Proudly supporting Jackson and Oak Hill football. Warranty Title Agency, where your trust meets our dedication. Go Ironman and Oaks!
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
And back here at OU as we head into the 6th inning, top half. T. Fred, it's all yours.
All righty, boss man. Across the way, Circleville with the bases loaded and 1 out. Up 3-2 on Jackson in the baseball game. And here it's 9-0 on the softball field. Wellston trying to get that elusive 1 more run and then hold the Tusky Valley Trojans in the bottom of the inning to call it a game.
And I think I might have a couple D5 baseball updates, so stay tuned for that.
Number 3 is the hitter.
Okay, Valley has beaten Fairlawn 9-4 in D5 tournament action at the VA.
Okay.
0-1 the count. And I believe right now Wheelersburg is playing Wellston over there. They are. And a score over there, Berg leads Wellston 3-0 in the top of the 3rd. So for those Wellston fans out there, the baseball game, that's being held in Chillicothe, 0-2.
Yep, 0-2, and I'm trying to find my
Landrum
stat sheet. Landrum is the hitter. I have no clue what I've done.
0-2, and I think it's grown legs and walked away on you, Freddie.
Well, I'm telling you what, that's amazing how I lost it. Here's the pitch, ball
0-2.
outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I just misplaced it somewhere. I've got Tusky Valley. I'll look in my other pocket for the 2nd time. I got it. I got it.
Oh, look at that. High up.
Popped up first baseman, and she makes the play, and that's Garbrandt. Popped up for out number 1. Wellston had a chance to score a couple last inning. Did not.
They just need to try and get it in. They could be close to curtains.
She's a senior, batting .300 this year with 5 homers. Carly Reinhardt. It is spitting some rain. I can see it.
Nothing hard still, but not been a good week for
we don't need any of it. Yeah, it's spitting. I thought it looked like it was. Reinhardt. Ball 1 is the count. Reichman fires, ball 2.
Two balls, no strikes, the count here.
Carly Reinhardt, at the end of the day, you can thank us, but not really us.
2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. I know one thing. Julian's picture looks awfully good on this monitor up here.
Oh, I see it. It does from, of course, the camera's all the way out by the scoreboard.
Yep. Ball 4.
Ooh.
So there's the run they want. Granted, they still have to go to the bottom half of the inning if they score. Stevens going to the plate.
Reinhardt is what?
For the Rockets, the shortstop, number 2.
Kennedy Stevens next, the shortstop. Again, runner on. Stevens looking here. She's got nothing but out, but she did produce a sac fly earlier. So she did sacrifice herself, and that did bring in a run, and then a fly ball towards the center, and then got out as well in the 4th inning.
1 out, 1 on. Ball high.
So statistically, it'd be 0 for 3 with a sac fly. One ball, no strikes.
There we go. Reichman fires. Low. Ball 2. Let's just get that one run across. Reichman done a pretty good job today, but you got to tip your hat. Wellston scoring in 3 innings. There's a strike. But they got 4 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the fourth, and that's where we're at, 9-0. And honestly, Tusky Valley hasn't really threatened, as Potts has done a really good job on the mound for the Golden Rockets. Pop back foul right over top.
2-2.
Excuse me. 2-2 is the count. 1 out, 1 on. Reinhardt at first for the Rockets. Stevens at the plate. Reichman gets her signal, fires. Chopper to third. Up with it over to second. Out.
Played the double play, though.
And Wade takes the throw and fires to first. Not in time to Reinhardt. So a fielder's choice, 2 outs. And that'll bring up number 8. And that is Fain.
Avery Fain, talked about earlier, batting a .279 for the Golden Rockets.
Reichman fires. They're going to steal. Down to
Yeah,
second.
tried
Stevens.
to.
That's going to get
Oh.
through. It hits her. She can go to third. There she goes.
And she's going to.
Yeah, I don't think she had
So
a clue where the
Stevens-
ball went. But she
Kennedy
did
Stevens on third base.
figure it out in time to get all the way to third. As the ball hit the runner.
So Stevens
She's
on
good.
third base. She advanced from first to third off of that.
Well, let's see if Fain can get her in and give it the Rockets that 10-0 lead, the magic number to shorten this game. If they can hold the Trojans in the bottom of the inning. They had a chance to do it last inning.
Big at bat here.
2 down, 1 ball the count. Lambert on deck, the flex player. Popped out foul. That'll be her first bat if she gets the chance to do it in the on deck circle. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Wellston looking for that run number 10 at third. And a changeup. You know, if she would have used that pitch more earlier, if she would have been using that pitch earlier, that I don't think Wellston would have hit the ball so hard. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Definitely would have got 9 runs.
There's a pop up
I
to
think that might
first,
be it.
and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Same score, 9-0. Rockets on top. Back in a minute.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom presses. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built to manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
Cellhouse Rock.
Life is unpredictable, but with Dan Daly at State Farm, you can be prepared for anything. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, Dan and his team are here to provide personalized coverage that fits your needs. Get the protection you deserve from a name you trust. Dan Daly State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. Visit online or stop by in Jackson, Ohio. You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
And back here at OU at Tusky Valley coming to bat. And T-Fred, you've got the calls. It looks like out here is going to be Rotuno.
Yep, Haley Rotuno, freshman, batting .362. And Wellston trying to put the 0 on, keep the shutout going. We will play 7. And over on the other side, it's 3-2 going to the 7th. Circleville on top.
Remember we predicted that we'd be out before them? I'm not so sure now. Haley Rotuno.
Yep. Potts looking good, going the distance here.
Reichman and Wade on deck for Tusky Valley.
Potts fires, fouled off to the right, strike 1. Well, Tusky Valley down to their last 6 outs. And the hit train has to start now if you're a Trojan fan. Ball outside.
1-1. They're only 6 outs away, T-Fred, from Wellston moving on to the regional finals.
Regional finals, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. There's a chopper to third, foul ball.
1-2. I don't know, and I'm going to have to double check with Todd Cumston down there, but if it does happen, I don't know if Wellston's even ever been there. Regional finals. They've won the district championship before in softball. They made it to the regional semifinals as a result. If anyone would know, it'd be that man down there, so I'm definitely going to check with him. 1-2.
Oh. 2-2 is the count.
2-2 or 2-0.
Yep. Here in the bottom of the 6th, 9-0 Rockets. Double foul. As the Rockets trying to advance against the Pirates. The Lady Pirates.
The way these two have been playing, Friday night can be a heavyweight fight.
It could be. It could be. Popped in to the right side out of play. Daggone baseball game may finish before ours.
Yeah, they're in the 7th inning, right?
Mm-hmm. That's one quick baseball game.
Says something with the runs being brought in. I know they've gotten a handful of hits, but 2-2 the count here at the plate.
Oh, swung on to right center field, going over and making the play is Fain.
Rotuno's out.
1 down. And Reichman to the plate, the pitcher.
F8.
Nice play there by Fain going to her left. I haven't seen too many slips and slides in that outfield. We know all the water from the infield on the tarp went out to that outfield for the most part.
Reichman coming to bat.
And here's the pitch. Potts ground ball deflected over to Stevens. Throw to first. Got her. Nice play on both ends as Potts deflected it and Stevens comes up, gets rid of it quick.
It's a 6-3.
6-3 put out, 2 outs. And Wade the batter.
At the plate for the Trojans, number 18.
Tell you what, Stevens is quick at shortstop. And you have to be that on that side of the infield. Ball outside by Potts. Getting a little bit hoarse. Excuse me.
Well, we've called 2 games. We've been here all day.
Yep, it's been a long day, but
almost over.
Here's the pitch. Pop foul straight back. As Wade trying to keep the inning alive for the Trojans. Tusky Valley down 9-0, down to 4 outs to go. And the tournament trail might be over for them. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. That ball's hit deep. And that ball's off the wall on the baseball field. I seen it up in the air and I thought that might be a home run. And here's the pitch. Ball away. Got a triple out of it. That guy had hit that ball for Circleville.
3-1 the count here to Wade.
Yep, 3-1, 2 outs, and Wade the hitter. Bottom of the 6th. Wellston on top, 9-0. Potts delivers.
And
Ball.
Ooh, no.
Oh, strike.
Full count.
Well,
Close
wait,
one.
I kept waiting and waiting, but he finally called it. Full count. Swing and a miss. And Potts ends the inning. We go to the 7th. 9-0. Wellston back in a minute.
Our family works hard so we can serve your family. That's the motto at Ramey's Used Cars, which is located 7 miles west of MacArthur on US Route 50 next to Ramey's Homes. Ramey's has been providing quality pre-owned vehicles since 1970, and Ramey's also has a high-quality parts department. Give Ramey's Automotive a call today at 596-4694, and don't forget to check out John's weekly specials. Just look for the signs and the vehicles in the front of the lot.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Chad Niddle and Edward Jones are a proud sponsor of Jackson Ironman Baseball on WYPC. Give us a call at 740-286-4872 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Back here in OU, Hayden Milliken, Tim Frederick, and got some clarity here. If Wellston closes it out, it'll be the first regional final since 1979 for the Lady Rockets.
Been a while.
We were wondering about that, and who's this getting ready to bat?
Lambert.
Lambert. She hasn't seen it that bad this evening, but you got
No,
her batting
first
average.
one. 194.
Trying to catch my breath. Darting down there to ask Todd Cumpston that question. And like I said, if anyone would know, it would have been him. Wellston historian, sports historian, if anyone would know that, it would be him. So thank you, Todd, for that one. As Lambert comes at the bat.
Lambert, then Childers, then Carr.
Maggie Lambert.
Doesn't matter about that one run now because we'll finish the game this inning.
So as Lambert comes in, just a matter of closing it out now. Top half of the 7th and final inning. Pitch here, swung on a missed. Strike one, 0-1. It's swing and a miss. No 2 count.
Reichman with only 4 Ks on the day. 5 Ks.
So no balls, 2 strikes to Lambert, and that's going to roll through ball 1. That was blown away.
Circleville scored up 4-2 now.
4-2. Things looking bleak for Jackson over there in the 7th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, unfortunately. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this one's going to be Lambert right field, and it's going to be to Stoltz for out number 1. Fly ball in her direction. Had some air to it, but it's out. And there's out number 1.
Childers to the plate.
Childers up next, and I got clarity. No, she is not related to Chile. Wondered about that one.
Yeah, just wild assumption.
Yeah, again, a bit of a distance there between the two. And the first pitch coming to Childers. And that is going to be strike one. Gave it to her, 0-1. No balls, one strike. And one down, an 0-1 count. The pitch to Childers, swung on and missed. And it was not quite reeled in by Burrell. Doesn't matter, 0-2 the count. So down on strikes here, no balls, 2 strikes. Again, one away already for the Rockets. 0-2. Get running, winding her up, and the pitch by Reichman. And this one is going to be caught over there by Wade. So 2 down. In quick fashion here for the Rockets. 1-2 thus far. And batting next is Carr. See what she can do. Again, 2 down already. Regardless of what happens here, just got to get 3 outs and ball game if I can get it. 9-0 the score. Wellston with a nice lead in the 7th. The pitch to Reese Carr, and that hits her.
Yep.
And that hit her good, too, as she's limping. And looks like Mike got her arm. Yep. Oh, she's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
As Reese Carr makes it on first base. And I heard how hard that one hit her. That one came at her pretty fast.
It hit her square.
Yeah, hopefully, a courtesy run,
hopefully it wasn't on the wrist, and it got a little more.
And,
she's definitely in some pain.
Hannah Potts. And 2 down. Rough pitch checking on her right now. Not a good one. I can tell you, I'm sure you've been hit by your fair share hit by pitches, and I know those don't feel good.
I got hit on my left elbow by a hard thrower, and it broke my arm. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I cried to first base. Now, I was little league, but it was thrown hard enough it hit me right on the elbow.
You don't forget those hits.
It fractured my elbow. I was done for the summer.
And 2 down here for the Rockets with Carr, who's being tended to on first base. Again, mostly expecting a courtesy runner at this point.
If they got one, I'd definitely put
one. She got hit pretty good.
Well, the athletic trainer is not. She might be over at the baseball field, or he.
I think it's Shane Wells over the. Well, no, Shane Wells is the athletic director. I've seen him here, not athletic director, but an athletic trainer. I've seen him around earlier, but I don't see him now. I don't think that's him out there. It might be.
If it is.
It might. I can't tell from this distance. I would know him if I saw him.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm not fully sure if it is him. Again, regardless, 2 outs while they tend to an injured Rocket. Carr hurt. Score again, 9-0, Wellston. And hopes her arm will be all right. They're checking on her. Those never feel good.
No. It'll hurt more tomorrow than, I mean, it's hurting right now, but it'll really
especially when it starts to bruise up and
I'm not sure. I think it got her on the forearm, but I'm not positive on that.
Well, while we're waiting here, Circleville brings in another run. Yep. So score over there in the districts. Circleville leads 5-2 over the Jackson Ironmen. Kind of a come-behind team, Circleville has beaten a tough Athens team, and now a nice lead over a team that's only got 1 loss on the season in Jackson.
Yep, and that was to Athens, right?
Yeah, the team Circleville beat last night. A lot of people worried about having to play them. Thought maybe that tonight would be a kind of an easy get-out-of-jail-free card. Not the case. Some people maybe, of course, heard some things, maybe talking about the weather yesterday being a factor in that. And here it is today, and still, once again, Circleville going to move on to regionals, presumably at this rate. Jackson still got a frame in the 7th, but as we get back here to Hannah Potts for Wellston, 9-0 is the score. And is Carr still on? Yes, so Carr.
Yep, she's still there.
She's going to suck it up, and she's on first base. The pitch to Hannah Potts, and that's going to be high for ball 1, high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 down. One over the count. And the pitch, and that's going to be low, ball 2. 2-0. Top half of the 7th inning, 2 away for the Rockets. Here's the pitch to Potts, 2-0. It's going to be ball 3, I think. Yes, 3 balls, no strikes. 3 straight pitches off mark. Rio County, I don't know how many pitches Reichman has at this point. Someone out there might, but regardless, they're racking up. They have to be. 3-0, and that's going to be ball 4. Another outside pitch leads to ball 4. Now there's going to be runners on first and second base for Wellston.
Pittenger.
Potts on first, and Carr going to move up to second, and Pittenger getting ready to come to the plate. Lila Pittenger. Lila coming in. Again, 2 down for the Rockets. Not going down, though, in this frame. Looks like the inning does end next to us, so Jackson will have one last at-bat next door.
Yep, down by 3.
This Pittenger here we come in, and then we get a courtesy runner. There's number 5 again.
Number 5, and I don't have her.
I heard that she's a freshman, but I didn't catch the name. Mantell. Mantell, we finally got it. So Mantell is the courtesy runner for the Rockets. So 9-0, 2 down. Top half of the 7th inning as Pittenger comes in with 2 Rockets on base. And the pitch coming. It is going to be a wild pitch, and runners are going to advance. Mantell on second, and Carr going to make it to third. So Carr around the corner, that'd be run number 10 if they can get it. So 1 ball, no strikes, a count at the plate to Lila Pittenger. So getting ready to come in again, 1-0. And the 1-0 offering is going to be through. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to be run number 10 and number 11. As Carr scores, Mantell, the courtesy runner, comes in. And Pittenger is going to make it on second base, 11-0. And a stand-up double and 2-run RBI for her. Big play right there, T-Fred. Bring him to 11.
Ah, too bad they didn't get it 2 innings ago.
But Wellston finds it now. They strike a match, 11-0. 7-0, and Landrum coming back to bat for Wellston. Regardless, that's the first inning since the 4th that Wellston has produced a run. So they do break the little drought they were on. With 2 down and runner on second. Pittenger on second base, and they pitched Landrum. I think that's going to be called strike. Yes, sir. 0-1. And Tuscarawas Valley will be coming to bat, but I think the damage has already been done. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch here to Landrum, and that one is going to be ball 1. 1-1, evens it out. And a 1-1 offering. And this one is going to be, are they saying fair or are they going to say foul? I have to say, it looked like across the line, so I was waiting for the foul call. So 1-2.
Yeah, the rule on that is it can literally, and we had this happen. That can be foul all the way down and it hits a rock and goes fair. It is a fair ball.
That actually happened, I think, during the game I broadcasted last for you guys.
Yeah, it did.
For Waverly.
Yeah.
1-2. That was the last out of the game, too, wasn't it? The 1-2 and a swing and a miss, and that does it for the inning. Wellston puts up 2 more runs, and what will likely be the last time for Tuscarawas Valley tonight. 11-0 as we head into the bottom half of the 7th inning, and we'll be back in a moment on Total Media Sports.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Vinton County National Bank wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Monroe's Frame and Collision. Our work says it all. For the best in repair. See the people who care. We make it easy to do, cause we care about you. Go with Monroe, we'll get you on the road. We make it oh so easy. Monroe's Frame and Collision. Our work says it all.
You're watching Wellston versus Tuscarawas Valley.
Back here at OU, and for presumably one last time, Tuscarawas Valley coming to bat and get ready to bat for them. Designated player.
Erickson.
Delaney Erickson. Okay, trying to keep track. I thought it was Erickson. We got her. So, and the pitch from Potts to Erickson is going to be over the head of Potts, but still playable if they can get it in time, and they do over to first base to Reinhardt for out number 1.
Nice play.
So 1 up, 1 down off of only 1 pitch and 1 swing.
Stoltz, the batter.
So 2 left to go. And Stoltz coming to bat for Tusky Valley. Again, 1 out. As they step up, Trojans in here. They were the top seed in their East District. That's going to be low and close. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, they were 24-2.
Record speaks for itself. Maybe it was an off night. Maybe it's just that the Southeast has an edge over them. I have no idea, but they 1-0. Potts, but again, I heard everyone come in here from Tusky Valley, all the people that we've seen and talked to from over there, all of them said that they were hearing a lot of good things about Wellston, and so I knew they were nervous coming into this one. 1-1, fouled off. Now it's going to be a 1-2 count.
Wellston wins, I believe they'll be 21-3. That's unofficial, of course, but I think that's what they'll be.
Well, they're only 2 outs from victory, and a strike away from out number 2 if they can get it. Stoltz at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hannah Potts looking in, the 1-2. And this is going to be high fly ball, and they're saying that she has it. Reinhardt gets it, out number 2. 2 down, 1 to go. Stoltz is down, and now we're to Burrell.
Actually a new hitter, 21.
21. You got a 21 on your paper?
Yeah, I do, but I got to.
Let's look for it. If anything, PA might beat you to it. So 21 for Tuscarawas Valley, a sub hitter. Pinch hitter coming in, and this could be the last one.
I threw that
Don't
away
have that
already.
one. So
We'll just
see
listen
here.
for it.
Either way, she's coming up here with 2 down and 11-0 score, and what has potential to be the final out. We'll see what happens here. A lot of excitement over there on the Wellston end of things.
For the Trojans, number 21, Ashley Bensley.
Bensley. It was Bensley.
I had her.
Yeah, I thought, okay, yeah, it was Bensley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just forgot to write her number. I had hers in there.
Okay, so Bensley coming up.
My bad.
Trying to catch a photo down here. Todd Cumpston is of what could be the last at bat. We'll see. Bensley at the plate. And the pitch here by Potts. Swing and a miss. 0-1. It looks like pitching change over there for Circleville. And we'll trying to keep it over here for the time being. 0-1. Pitch from Potts to Bensley. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Rough spot to be in. Bensley down 0-2. With 2 down. This could be it right here, maybe. No balls, 2 strikes. Hannah Potts to Bensley. And that is going to be ball 1. And that's going to be a bit out.
They wanted that strike, but didn't get it.
Could have went either way, that call could have, but it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. The at-bat for Bensley remains alive at the plate for the moment. And a 1-2 pitch. I can tell you, once this closes out, there is going to be a party in Wellston tonight. 1-2 swing and a miss, ball game. And for the first time in over 40 years, Wellston is heading to the regional finals. How sweet it is. 11-0, and Wellston closes it out. A strikeout. Hannah Potts seals the deal, and that is it. 11-0, and the season comes to an end for Tusky Valley, and Wellston will be back here Friday night to take on the Wheelersburg Pirates. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap this one up in the Stockroom 601 postgame show. Actually, T-Fred, let's go ahead and do it.
Go ahead.
So we got it right here. Postgame show brought to you by Stockroom 601 in Jackson, located right next to Manpower Park. And what a finish here tonight for Wellston. And how about a long time coming for them since the 1970s. I think I said 78 or 79. Wellston has last been here. But they do have a tough opponent coming. And if the Wellston plays the way they did tonight against what we knew was a tough Tusky Valley team with a record and stats, that game against Burke might be interesting on Friday night.
We shall see. But congrats to the Golden Rockets. Scored off early and often, and they took care of business.
So that'll do it for us tonight. 11-0 is the final score. So for Julian Villarreal and Wyatt Martin on cameras, this is Hayden Milliken and also T. Fred saying good night and God bless.
Thanks for tuning in tonight as we watch the Wellston Lady Golden Rockets take on Tuscarawas Valley.